The text of the document signed by the parties, namely Europe and Tunisia, remains, I would say, quite vague. There are not many details that explain really what they're trying to do. There are a lot of different issues that are discussed in the document, mainly economic issues and migration issues, but I would say the text of the document is quite light on details. What we can, I would say, understand from what is written in the agreement is that there is a real interest by Europe to, first of all, help Tunisia in this delicate economic situation and the difficult economic conditions that the country is going through, particularly in terms of external financing. And of course, on the other hand, there is a real concern by the Europeans on migration. There is a real desire by the European Union and the EU member states that Tunisia could become a partner in managing migration flows, and therefore a significant, I would say, a fairly significant amount of money is made available to Tunisia so that it can, let's say, participate and make sure that they not only control the migration flows, but they also accept the return of a significant number of migrants back on Tunisian territory. I would say these are probably the two most important elements in that document.
هناك شيء غريب هنا، وكأن الاتحاد الأوروبي يكافئ تونس بعد التصعيد الأخير ضد المهاجرين الأفارقة، أليس كذلك؟
I think that is correct. That is true that the Europeans don't seem to be particularly bothered or worried about what is happening inside Tunisia with sub-Saharan migrants. They're turning a blind eye to the conditions and the treatments of these migrants. They're also ignoring the, I would say, dangerous, aggressive rhetoric coming from Tunisia, even from the highest authorities in the country, towards the black migrant population in Tunisia. And in a way, they are deciding that this is not important. What is important is actually that Tunisia collaborates in the management of migration flows. So Europe here is really accepting an exchange. They are accepting that they cannot really do anything, and they don't really want to do anything regarding Tunisian domestic politics and the treatment of migrants. And as long as Tunisia accepts to manage these flows. The reason for this, I would say, exchange, for this sort of deal, is that the Europeans are worried about the numbers of migrant departures from Tunisia. They've seen, I would say, significant increase over the past months in terms of irregular departures from the Tunisian coasts, mostly because of the economic situation, which is obviously not easy. And it's not just sub-Saharan migrants who are trying to leave Tunisia, it's also Tunisians themselves who are doing this. And also because of the political situation. Of course, there is a delicate and at times, I would say, chaotic transition in Tunisia that also allows for this to happen. So it's true that the Europeans are just looking at one thing, really, in this moment. They don't want Tunisia to collapse economically. They want to keep it up to make sure that Tunisia remains a partner, and they want to make sure that there is a collaboration on migration. On everything else, they are really willing and ready to just ignore any problems.